Fellow Sierra Leoneans, this na Dr. Sylvia Blyden, and today, Sunday, May 8, 2022. This na my 67th broadcast in my ongoing series of address to the people of this beautiful nation. We go call am audio number 067. Today, I will continue for discuss the judgment by the Honorable Justice Adrian Fisher in the case of Alfred Peter Conte versus Ernest Bai Koroma and others. I will also continue for address me SLPP compatriots on the issue of the denial of bail to Alhaji Kemo Sise of the APC, as well as on the nasty indictment of the government of Sierra Leone with respect to human rights abuse of the citizens of Sierra Leone. But before we reach yonder, I want to make two quick points. First of all, because people then so eager for listening to me message them as soon as I can broadcast them, so I create these then groups there, WhatsApp groups, where if you join your number there, as soon as I release audio, within 5 minutes, then group then first they get them. But I want for beg una this morning. If you don't join inside one group, not join another of the audio group. Because the same thing what they send go inside any audio group, now they send go inside all the other audio groups them. So if you go join on a more than one group, it means to say you go to receive me audio more than once, where you only need it one time. But I see some of them they join one group, two groups, some they join 3 groups. And what can amaze me most of all, I check one particular number. Me people, they also wanna like me. I also wanna like for hearing my voice. But when I don't believe one particular number, he joined 11 of my groups there. Any group opening they join. Any group opening they join. Me say now send message to the person and Daisy. I said, come out now all the other 10 groups there. Now one green group you need for the inside, forget me audio. He said, Doc, I can like for the hearing voice no more. Now I say yes, if you don't receive her one time, the voice, you go to play over and over. You don't need for them 10 groups, 11 groups. I want big una? When they join more than one group, when they full up the group, other people in the try for can't join, then they get chance for join. Because when all don't go join more than one group. So they appeal to una if you know say you already they get me audio inside one group, if you see a new group form, not go join yourself back again. Yeah? Because the audio groups none of them are not they make discussion they inside there. The group will only they post me audios, or if I get special message, me special message. So please, 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 I want to beg you people, when I just join one group no more, and that is enough. Then those of you we in my family groups, or we in them my friends list, as long as they get me audio message, sometimes it can late by half an hour, 1 hour, but una must get them eventually. I don't feel say una need for join the groups. Una allow other people them, make them get chance for join the groups them. The second quick point is still on the same issue, Many of una want for discuss the audios, and una don't ask me say make I open up the groups so that una can get chance for discuss inside the groups them. Unfortunately, I'm not going to administer all them groups. Then there are dozens of groups them we open right now. Thousands of people them we eagerly they wait for get the audio way it drop. But what I can normally advise people them is when you want for discuss me audios and the contents of me audios, then you yourself go open your own group and then invite you party them for can join your group. You can call the group Sylvia Blyden discussion groups. Then get so many of them out there now where the only thing we then open the group for discuss me audios them, the contents of me audios. So you self do that. You open up a group, you add your party then there, you add your neighbor then there, you add different people then your workplace, the people the way they work with, if they go school, you add your school, if you're a university student, you add your university colleagues them. So when I get the groups them, and then when you receive me audio, you can go to the group and you discuss them to una self them. Because I'm not able for administer discussions now all the groups they were open. So please what your advice una if una want for discuss the contents of what I get for say, just open up your own WhatsApp group, invite you party them, and the more the merrier. That's how the message they go, that's how the discussion they happen, and that's how more and more awareness they be raised, because each and every one of my audios, them very educative, and they are based on facts, they are based on the law, they are based on the constitution, and they are based on issues. So the more I do the audios, the more when I open more groups, and the more the message they pass on. So wherever you're in the world, wherever you're in Sierra Leone, just open your own group, invite you party them, and I discuss the Sylvia Blyden discussion points them where they is. Yeah? Okay, so let me come now to the points then for today. The first point, get for do with the judgment by Adrian Fisher and the timings them. Today, I come look at, I continue for explain to una the timings for this with the Judge Jongi. And I want to also use this opportunity for say thank you to Justice Adrian Fisher. Because Justice Adrian Fisher very, very cleverly don't ensure say he don't do his best for make sure say even though Anes Baikoroma and Usman Fode Yansane they don't waste time. Remember me don't explain to una inside that last audio how they waste the courting time over 1 year. Now they file them frivolous application, 2,500 sheets of paper. They want in there. By idleness, the judge say frivolous application. But the judge, you don't see now say them what amount they are and it's by Kuma, Payansane, they want waste time. They want waste this party in time. You don't see they don't smell the rat. You don't see say they want and bug the APC in timings. So the judge and every single person when a APC, when a genuine APC, when for the tell Justice Adrian Fisher, thank you for this judgment where he give. It's a fantastic judgment. Let's tell you upon these timings, something where Adrian Fisher don't do. We now for make sure say he protect the APC law go fast. Ernest Yansane, nobody no able delay we. I want to now we get the judgment. I want me to turn to page 59. 59 of the judgment. Then they now when they give in orders there now. Because it starts for giving orders now page 56. So page 59 now they with the canal for can look at what Justice Adrian Fisher do for party. Page 59. Order number 10. And I remember I don't tell you I say the judge say Friday the 13th of May. Now the new interim transitional governance committee for start. Friday the 13th. But Thursday, the 12th, 9 at the day, where Cherry Coco, Alfred Peter Conte, the youths, the women, and the diaspora, Thursday, the 12th, at the deadline by which they don't submit the names of the 21-man committee to the judge. If we don't know other than 21 people there are. Now, I can't look what the judge do for we. For make sure say nobody no waste with time. Either from the Cherry Coco nominees of 8 people, or from the youths, or from the women, or from the diaspora, or from Alfred Peter Conte. For make sure say nobody no waste the time of the APC. And nothing the judge do. This wonderful judge, Lord talk through it. He try. Then me they cost a number for nothing. It just start like me. Then they cost me number for nothing. But when they cost somebody for nothing, God get the way I can elevate that person there. Where then say can wonder, say, what thing happen? Because for nothing, then they cost the person. Justice Adrian Fisher then cost them for nothing. Una can't listen waiting that judge don't do for a party. You know letting the judge order number 10. Una remember that thing what me explain to una say Ernest by Coman a lie they lie to una where they tell una say by June we don't get all flag bearer, all we executives, lower level. What tell una say na lie man, na lie Ernest they lie. I mean tell una that I say Ernest Coman they lie to una. Well, that rules and regulations, I mean, take me time, I explain to una, say, get for that rules and regulations, then get for do and force. And after they do and get for send and go na PPRC. When I remember what me explain tell una, that's why Ernest Coman go get a boku youth man in a makini, go lie pan them, a giable. They lie no more, full they no more. Now don't they pan 4 years now, just they lie to people them. So now, una look what the judge say. Order number 10, page 59. Una we get the ruling. Where you don't catch up, say, waste 10 business. Now they want bring inside APC business. Now the judge say. He said that rules and regulations, one for care gonna PPRC. He say, this interim committee, where Alfred Peter Conte, Cherry Coco, women's, they all for set up. That 21-man committee. He's saying they give them up to Friday, May 27, 4 p.m. latest. In other words, not 2 weeks no more he give them. He said no more than 2 weeks. Then for them prepare the rules and the regulations for lower level elections. If I read them out, what did the judge say? He said the promulgation of rules of procedures and regulations shall be promulgated within 14 days of the assumption of office. In other words, then they assume office Friday, May 13. The judge say within 2 weeks, within 14 days. Then, they take no waste time with them. He say don't give them 14 days no more. Then for them prepare the rules and regulations for the APC for go at lower level elections. So he said by 4 p.m. of the 14th day when they take up office, that is on Friday, 27th May, he said them for them prepare the rules and regulations for Kerangona PPRC. He said then if 4 p.m. of that Friday, May 27, then for them prepare them, when they don't prepare and done. He said for me them forward and out to PPRC, therefore do within 7 days. In other words, no more than 21 days from when they take up office. PPRC for don't get rules and regulations. It give the date all. It said June 3rd, 2022, 4 p.m. In the judge, they order the committee. Say June 3rd, 4 p.m. PPRC for don't receive the rules and regulations from the committee. When I know what the judge don't do so for a party, it don't ensure say that way stem strategy, that way stem tactics, where Ernest by Kroma, Usman Fode Yansane, them in Depan. This new committee, the judge know they encourage them and themselves. Now make it they give them to the time. So the judge in orders sacrosanct. These rules and regulations, what me they tell you, I said, them Motaman they not prepare yet. Unless they not prepare yet, Yansane they not prepare yet. They just they get out and they go and lie to the normal. Oh, by June, all things already by June, pan lie. So the judge don't order now, the new committee where they can. That delay with Ernest and Yansane in Depan. The judge said this new committee, you know they encourage them pan themselves. He said 2 weeks maximum, then for them prepare rules and regulations. And then he give them now, June 3rd, latest. The document for the original PPRC. They should say, you know, they joke with them. And because they say, every single APC person, on a protect Justice Adrian Fisher, thank you. On a for the bless him. On a for the blessing Mama we born him. On a for the tell and thank you, our like this. Una for the telling Mama, thank you, our like this, for we born boy picking like this. Una say I don't protect the party, no waste time. Maximum 2 weeks. Then for don't prepare rules and regulations for all elections. Right up to flag bearer elections. Una say Justice Adrian Fisher don't try for we. And it's by Kromate then Dreba so. You not prepare no rules and regulations. Usman Fode Yansane, then Dreba so. They not prepare no rules and regulations. They don't want any progress at the party. They just want delayance no more. But praise God for the Honorable Justice Adrian Fisher. Let God bless him. Let God bless them we born him. Because we all want to do good things then they cost we mama them. On this Mother's Day, let's extend blessings to Justice Adrian Fisher and mama for a bomb boy picking like her. So, inside the next audio, I will continue for still talk about the judgment of Justice Adrian Fisher. Today, at least, I don't know, say, rules and regulations, waste time not they under. The judge will make sure say don't give them timing. You know, they allow them say, then they on their own begin give excuse for delay. No, he don't give them 2 weeks. And it's by command and on the over 1 year, they're not able to do nothing but rules and regulations. Usman Yansane, not say them grab them they so. Say them grab Ernest, say them tell them like vacate. Like clear out, pack until then commodity. They not prepare no rules and regulations. Yansane then no rules and regulations. All of the way see them grab then so. Vacate. And inside another audio, I got for tell a small bit more about Yansane, the others the way them in Gamp and the injunction and such other things them, you know, but we'll come to that side eventually. But now rest assured that 2 weeks from the time where the new committee they take over, the judge wants to foresee the rules and regulations. And within 1 week of promulgating the rules and regulations, he said by 4 p.m. June 3, PPRC for the receiver. So we'll continue more on the judgment in the future audio. Make a can now to me SLPP family them. I see them the cause. Because, you know, it's clear now, say most of the nominee don't see the nasty indictment of the government of Sierra Leone led by His Excellency President Julius Maada Bio by the United States State Department in respect to the human rights of Sierra Leone. Most of the SLPP, they don't see it, you know, so password talk, nine then no say until that day. And first one in talk, they don't know say they, so they just can't begin course upon course. Pan the through at all. Because the report is nasty. It's a nasty indictment of the government of Sierra Leone. It's a very fat report. Talk about a lot of things them inside the report. But it's clear, some of the first women cause me. Later on I go read the report. 2-3 months and come back to me. They say, hey, well, doc, if you been just don't release the report, it tell you blast. Women for no say such a report day. Now because you not been released, now make you not been believe. And I know it's in the happen. Now on a party they hide them from una. Because that report don't come out from April 12, 2022. Now that report come out. And that means to say it come out, that's 3 to 4 weeks ago, now that report they come out. And the report, the American embassy in Salona, them even go na one television station, the media, and then talk about the report. So not a secret. But what I want to draw our attention to, when they launched the report, because they launched the report in America against Sierra Leone government, when they launched the report on April 12, one thing where the U.S. State Department may get for talk about, because the report when they can launch on for every single country where they do assessment of. One thing when the man talk, where the Secretary of State talk, Anthony J. Blinken, he say, what thing they worry them is that they don't see improvement. Instead, what thing they see, things they become worse around the world. Things they become worse. Democracy they retrogress, things they become worse. So, for anybody who go and say, well, some of them things they are may not they happen before. Like somebody put one audio where they say 2016, similar something like that may happen. That person, I think you need to compare the 2016 report fine with the current one and all look understand how bad this one be. This one is very bad. So what in the American Secretary of State they say is that around the world things they become worse. And what I want me SLPP compatriots them for understand is human rights abuse nothing where we not for elekus party you day, eleku that you they support. Human rights abuse, nothing when a key factor for a nation for be respected. How a nation they treat in people them, na a key factor for how much respect that nation they get. So when like you see some of we not the compromise we campaign human rights, that because we exposed, we understand, we know international relations, we know the importance of some of the issues they have we get for do with human rights. And so if I come out and I condemn when they abuse the human rights of Alhaji Kemo Sise, una supposed for able to understand where they come from. One, Kemo Sise na mi comrade, na mi APC comrade. Two, Kemo Sise na mi cabinet colleague, me and sit on a cabinet. Three, Kemo Sise na like a brother to many of we in this country. So all them factors in me to say, I can't keep quiet and watch how in rights they be abused and not say nothing. And I want to have a notice. I not talk nothing about the video where the man make. I not talk nothing about the contents of what he say. We focus now on the fact that the United States government don't spend millions of dollars for develop with judiciary and with justice sector. And part of that money they don't spend now in developing bail policies, bail regulations, where for ensure we human rights. And my argument, my point there what they raise is, whatever Kemo Sise is charged with is a bailable offense. The denial of bail to Kemo Sise, despite the state of his health, despite what the bail regulations then say about the circumstances under which you they deny bail, all the points towards the fact that because somebody somewhere who is very powerful, the person feel offended, the person feels saying I get power right now, the person feels saying I get authority right now, and the person decides say he go punish Kemo Sise. That is why we have a bail policy financed by the American government that is not being heeded. Of course, I also tell you that even me myself suffer by being, in fact, they try for manipulate, why not forgive me bail? But anyway, that's a long story. I'm not going to go that side. What are the focus on now, Kemo Sise? For God's sake, the offense is a bailable offense, and my issue is, una government led by una party. In fact, okay, we government, led by una party. Una dey give we country unnecessary bad name. Una dey dirty we country because the type of indictment of we country by the American government, less than a month ago, Naida reports they come out. It's a very, very nasty indictment. But when they give the indictment, now the entire Sierra Leone, where they bring me now to the last issue for today. Few people then don't ask me, say, hey doc, we hear you talk, say, Mother Bio go do something wonderful na Marampa, na Lonsa. And say, what happened? So, I mean, so many people they ask, say, what happened? What be na Lonsa? What be na Marampa? What na the wonderful thing we do na Marampa? A lot of people then they ask me. You see, those of me work for talk with Mother Bio, they do it good. But because me na editor of a newspaper, for now, na me the edit Awareness Times newspaper until I get editor who are able to trust for hand over that paper too. So because the editor, I dey make sure say the newspaper remains objective. Me and my team of people them, we dey ensure the objectivity of the newspaper. So now whether na SLPP where they cost me because I talk through about the treatment of Kemosise, I want to draw on attention to the Friday edition of Awareness Times newspaper, which was edited by me, me editor, the Friday edition. And inside that Friday edition, they waited at the lead story. The number one story, where did they? Mother Bio, the battle Mother Bio. We say Mother Bio says mining benefits the education field. And we show with clarity the speech where Mother Bio gave, we'll pull from the State House website. We show how Mother Bio explains, say, that thing we don't be na Marampa, na Lonsa, that wonderful thing we don't go do there. And it do wonderful thing there. But not to me on work for can't tell una what he do there. But we link up where it talks, say, it can create more jobs for women where they study engineering and waiting and call science subjects, STEM subjects. And we also point out how the president say such good things where he don't go do na the Marampa Day with the mining company. He go make more vocational and technical training, and he will expand and explode education, starting from right inside the Lonsa and spread them out into the rest of the country. So we highlight that inside Awareness Times. And me as I said, I edit them. We not only do that too. That particular edition, if you turn to page 9, now the paper also front me, turn to page 9. The one-whole speech of the president. The one-whole speech of the president. We get on one whole page. And not pay we, nobody not pay we. Nobody not pay me for doing. Nobody not ask me for doing. I do am because I see the importance of waiting the president talk na Lonsa. I see the importance of waiting the president talk na Marampa. So we'll take in one whole speech from the State House website. I give instructions to my staff. Then say, una put them, and now we'll make number one story inside Awareness Times newspaper. Number one story. Una way they go and call, Sylvia not like Mother Bio. Sylvia hates Mother Bio. Now the number one story on Friday edition of Awareness Times. But I also want to tell una something else. Una the SLPP there. Una open una ears so una listen. Una go get a copy of Awareness Times for Friday. Una turn to the page 9 as I tell una go see the speech there. One whole page we dedicate to Mother Bio in speech. One whole page. But I want to tell una something today. And I think I'm not been telling nobody. No, tell nobody at the State House. I'm not mentioning to nobody. But I tell una today, una listen, una the SLPP them. Because una don't know una left from una right. Una don't know genuine criticism from destructive criticism. Una feel say Sylvia Blyden go sit down. Una they deny Kemosise bail. Una regime, they deny Kemosise bail for a bailable offense. And I keep my mouth quiet. So una not happy that I criticize una. And I also they show una how una treatment of people them, they cause this country forget bad name na America. Una not glad. Una want no more, like keep quiet when una they take advantage from people them. Now that una want, una no want no condemnation. Nobody not here a defend Kemosise pan the video we do. Nobody. But una want make her keep quiet, una the deny and bail for a bailable offense. No, I will not do that. But una open una yes now, una can listen what you do. Now una know. If una open the paper Friday, this Friday we pass, the president in speech, we are pulled na the State House website. Una go na the State House website, lo una go look the speech where they dey. Then una look the speech where Sylvia Blyden publish inside Awareness Times. Una dey find out say una party leader, when our president Julius Maada Bio, in speech where he put na in website, big blunder dey inside there. That tell una today. I dey tell even the president now and all his staff them, let them know. That in speech, na lonsa, and that wonderful thing we do. You know, when I can ready for this speech, and get what I can call bullet points. So they can do bullet points and I can give the president in speech writer there now for make them turn the bullet points to a speech. So the president, Mr. President, let's tell you today, I hope say you they listen this one. You speech writer or you press secretary or whosoever they help you with your speech. That is speech alone, sir. The one where they put on your State House website. The bullet points, they not edit and fine. So they expose usai it obvious say na somebody na write that bullet point there. They refer to you inside there as your excellency. What it tell you say in want you for do. Where it camp and vocational and skills training. I want make you go look at Mr. President and una all the SLPP, including the SLPP scallywags where they cost me. When I go on a State House website, I go look the mistake where they did. The bullet points, whosoever they edit the president in speech, he not catch up. Say he forget for edit that side where they show. Because he clearly, when you look waiting at the State House website, you they clearly see say most likely na the mining company that then do them bullet points then they. Or na the Ministry of Mines na then do that bullet points then give State House for turn to a speech. Then they forget for edit them. So now so the same wrong thing. Now in at the official State House website. But when you buy the Awareness Times newspaper, you go find out say I correct them, I edit them, and at the corrected version, now I print on Friday. Not a person who hate Maada Bio they behave so. At all not. So you go to the State House website now, you they see say waiting the day, Maada Bio in one whole team, then no pick up. Say the bullet points towards the end when they talk. Paragraph number 12. When they talk, they see then they talk. Considers your excellency's proposal. When I go look at it, your excellency's proposal. How the man go they give speech boy himself how the man go they give speech. Like I said they talk there, they refer again to your excellency's proposal. Now see the kind blunder. But I correct them. When you buy the Awareness Times, you see I correct them. That's not somebody who hates Maada Bio. But the fact remains, I hate what Maada Bio in regime they do to Kemosise. I hate it. And I will not keep quiet. Now for that make I bring them out for sure now. Say what they do to people that like Kemosise. And they make the American government produce this type of nasty indictment of our government. Simple. No other reason all day. I not get no special reason for make I begin lie by anybody. I don't prove me worth in this country. And just like I shown us so, I know why make una not able to fet me in this country. Because my heart clean. If I don't been telling una just now, waiting I don't do for correct Maada Bio in speech, we get mistake na in State House website. Una go look at, una go there. Paragraph 12 of the man in speech, na the State House website, una go there, una go look at. Big mistake, big blunder. President they give speech, they refer to your excellency. He write inside the speech. I corrected inside Awareness Times. I edited it and I corrected it before I published it. I not tell nobody in a State House. I not mention that to anybody. I corrected it because I'm a patriot. And that same patriotism they make, they tell una now say, una no get no right for refuse bail for a bailable offense. So now all na the SLPP or the pauper where they cost me for what talk through, for what talk about how for work, for make sure say that type of nasty indictment of our country, we walk away from that. For what talk through say a bailable offense, na in charge Kemosi say with, so we not for deny and bail as a state. On a business, I don't talk as a patriot. And I go end tonight's broadcast, as I can always do, with patriotism, by playing the tune of the national anthem. And why I can play the tune of the national anthem? That because I can want as the tune they play, or they reflect on the words they walk and they sing, or they sing about the land that we love, our Sierra Leone. Let God bless we all. Amen.